First fight on the main card is going to be Clay Guida taking on Rafa Garcia. And this is a really interesting fight here to start off the main card because you got 41-year-old Clay Guida, the carpenter, coming in. I think he might be one of the oldest guys, maybe not the oldest, but certainly at top that list at 155 pounds, still competing inside of the UFC, taking on Rafa Garcia, 28 years old. They have a very similar build. Clay Guida is going to be a little bit longer in this case. Clay Guida at 41 years old, in his most recent fight with Scott Holtzman, it was a split decision. He was winning at first, and Scott Holtzman was winning at first and doing better. And as the fight went along, Clay Guida started to get into kind of a little bit more of the Clay Guida rhythm that we're used to seeing. But you could tell that there was just something that was off about him. And I think, at 41 years old, and this took place four months ago, so it's not like he's going to look a little bit better. He didn't take that much time off, which, at 41 years old, it's just super unpredictable. But Clay Guida is a guy who's, has the wild style. He's very, finicky, and he moves a lot inside the cage. And I don't know how that's going to lend on his cardio as he continues to get older. And that accumulation of damage, you can see here, 38 and 22. Some quick math tells you that is 40 fights. So that'll be 60 fights. So, his 61st professional MMA fight for Clay Guida at 155 pounds. I don't know if all of them were at 155 pounds, but, at 41 years old, 41 and a half years old, taking on a young guy in Rafa Garcia who's, got some jiu-jitsu. He's got some, good leg kicks. He's really fast on the feet. I think Rafa Garcia is probably better at this point in his career than Clay Guida kind of all around. So I don't know if he'll be able to finish Clay Guida because traditionally Guida's just always been that guy to be able to hang in there and absorb a crazy amount of damage. And when we look back at the last five for Rafa Garcia, he's got the decision over Mahashete. He lost the decision to Drakkar Klose, submitted Jesse Ronson, the decision versus Natan Levy, and another decision lost to Chris Grutzmacher. So it's not like Rafa Garcia is a guy who's going to go out there and he's, getting all of these finishes and someone to necessarily be concerned with going out there and finishing Clay Guida. So I think this one's probably going to go to decision, but I think Rafa Garcia is good enough at this point in his career, 28 years old, has a decent history of MMA and also MMA success and also UFC success. I think he's on a roll here. He's on the upswing. I think obviously he's going to be able to outclass Clay Guida in basically every area. Not to say that Clay Guida is not going to have some successful moments, but I think, trying to take it to the ground, Garcia is going to be able to have the advantage there at this point in his career and be able to get the reversal. And I just think Rafa Garcia is also going to be the stronger guy at this point. Again, 41 years old, time catches up to everybody. And because of USADA, Clay Guida isn't able to use some of those, replacement therapies that maybe he would like to still give him that competitive edge. So for all those reasons, I'm going with Rafa Garcia in this first fight on the main card. Moving up the card, we are